At the beginning of my career, I was teaching a business math class. We were at a frustrating point in the course, as math can quickly get. This one girl was really getting agitated because, you may be able to relate to this, I would not directly give her the answer. Rather, I would lead her to the solution. I would give her different scenarios and relate it to her life because I wanted her to think, to be able to use her brain and come up with different solutions on her own. And eventually, if you stick with me, you get to the correct answer and we move along and you are the better for it. Well, this one freshman, that was it for her. She stood up in class and said, "Mr. Campbell, how do you expect us to think for ourselves when we've been spoon-fed all of our lives?" Wow, that made such an impact, as it shows how conditioned we are to believe that thinking and real learning should not be hard. Learning how to research, learn, think, analyze, and discuss correctly does not come naturally to many. Why? Many books, videos, seminars, and research costing gazillions of dollars have gone into this. I believe the answer lies in what that young lady said. "Mr. Campbell, how can you expect us to think for ourselves when we have been spoon-fed all of our lives?" I look back at what I had to do to pass high school and junior college. It was a lot of spoon feeding, not much thinking. Something happened in the late 50s, definitely in the 60s, in schools that we became no longer required to deep think for ourselves, be independent, and use our brain. We have all been coddled and spoon-fed to the point that we believe,
"Why work hard when I only want the grade?
Why should I take your class when there's an easier route?
Why do I have to rush when I can do it later? Just give me the answer."
Cheeseburger.
and my all-time favorite,
"Mr. Kimball, I don't want to take your class because you make me learn."
These are all actual student quotes from the past couple of years. You may have heard the story of what happens when a caterpillar turns into a butterfly. That caterpillar has to wind its way out of that cocoon, and it must struggle and struggle. That little caterpillar has to struggle to take off the goop and grime, allowing the wings to work. And it would be so easy and compassionate to pop open that cocoon. But it would die if we were to break open that cocoon. It would rather just flutter there, unable to fly on its own. It now must be spoon-fed to eat. There would be nothing left for it to do because everything would be done for it and it would die. I don't want that for your brain. I am helping you learn how to research, learn, think, analyze, and coherently discuss things. So when you're in a conversation with somebody, you can hold your own and talk about it to influence others. Does that make sense? And when you want to get a better job than a minimum wage one, you'll be able to sit in that interview and have researched the company so you are better prepared to tell them why you should be that employee who's making a lot more money. Does that make sense? The only other alternative is an inferior education, one that is way down here, hindering your ability to discuss things in a way that will make you more successful in your career and relationships and more. Look, I'm not one of those motivational speakers you find on YouTube that just make you say, "Wow, I'm gonna do it." And 5 minutes later, I think I watched something. Those videos make us really go, and then we just forget about it. I know, answering questions can be challenging, confusing, and even frustrating at times. But also, here's what I do know. With rare exception, when I talk with you about what's going on, it comes back to laziness. We have this inherent desire to take the easy way out because we have been allowed to for so long. That is why you're at the place you are, the choices you have made. And so I am not letting you take the easy way out. And I'm not going to be extremely difficult, but you do need to earn what you get. And so you answer the questions just like these ants here. When they started, it was solid ground. It was an unsurmountable task, it would seem. But they started taking one grain at a time, one grain at a time. And they are reaching their goal, one grain at a time. And that's what you do, one question at a time, one question at a time. It's all about conversations, showing what you have learned, having one-on-one conversations with me every single day. The Learning Guide research work prepares you for those conversations. Just talk about it and talk about it, and you will get it at a much higher thinking level. Because if you are not getting the learning done, what are you doing? Just sitting around? What else are you doing that is productive? That will make you a real difference for you. Make good choices.